रखते न के सजा के फेविकॉल दीवार बना के बेदिमाग से आपे मुकपाल मकान बना है मेरे रात सुबह के मुझे रखा रखवाल बना के मेरा सामान कहाँ है मेरा सामान कहाँ है पब्लिक ताके ताके खुले मेरे लाफे बजाते सकता तो जाता मैं जाऊँ कहाँ पे अरे भाई मेरे जाऊँ कहाँ पे हुआ सवेरा कटती रातें निकला घर से भागे भागे बस एक गिलास पिला दे प्लीज भाई प्लीज देख रखते न के सजा के फेविकॉल दीवार बना के बेदिमाग से आपे
हेलो 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 हाँ
Match found.
Yes, I'm pumped.
Okay, fam, if any of you die, I'll be vexed, so just keep alive, yeah?
भाई
Cover going out.
Grenade! Reloading.
sad
Last player standing.
Their jet has nothing on me. I got her. Need a drop. Thanks. Need a drop.
Don't hold back.
Grenade! Careful.
Careful now.
Boom! Colorful kill.
You're out.
Stay down. Reloading.
Spike planted.
This?
I'll outshine all their radiance. I need a drop.
Gotta go. Need a drop.
I need a drop. I need a drop. I got you, bruv. Cover going out.
Headshot. Enemy A.
Reloading.
भाई
Spike
गंदा।
planted.
इतना गंदा
This.
Someone's A.
शिट भाई.
One enemy remaining. Reloading.
I've tried explosions. Not the fan. We're gonna win. No other option. Let's go. Need a drop.
I need a drop.
Come on, let's go!
Enemy spotted. My ult's ready.
Enemy spotted A.
Grenade!
Someone's A.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose! Last player standing.
भाई इतना गंदा क्यों खेल रहे हम लोग. मतलब कम खेल रहा.
One enemy remaining.
अरे 1 सेकंड इसमें. हाँ
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Gotta go! Didn't come. This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out of here. Need a drop. Need a drop.
Keep up. Watching here.
Watch your eyes!
Any enemies A?
What are you doing?
Last player standing. Spike planted.
human.
Need a drop. Need a drop.
Here,
I'm out of here.
on my mark.
We'll come back. I can feel it.
On my mark.
Bro.
Careful now.
Many enemies, A. Get lost.
Flash.
Last player standing.
We got this. Go, go, go!
I need a drop.
Here.
Enemy A.
Last player standing.
You want me serious? You got it.
Go, go, go!
Gotta go.
Let me show you how the boss does it. Flash!
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Careful now.
Grenade!
Someone's A.
Spike down A.
Spike's A.
Enemy A. Heads up.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Spike down A. Thirty seconds left.
Ai, surrounded by minha família. We won't lose.
Go, go, go!
I'll show you, scary omen.
Reloading.
Here comes the party! Grenade!
Here we go!
Come on, let's go! Target down.
Last player standing.
Nice.
30 seconds left.
Scatter. They think they know pain. They can't begin to comprehend it. Let's go! Shadows traveling.
Yikes.
Careful now. Watch them run.
Spike planted.
Hush.
Enemy spotted B.
One enemy remaining.
What's another death? The spike is closed. Reloading.
We get a pick, we move in. Got it?
I'm out of here.
Need a drop.
Quick feet, quick trigger.
Careful.
Watch your eyes!
Careful.
Grenade! Block
Joke's over! You're dead!
Spotted A. Many enemies A.
charges.
Spike planted.
Careful.
One enemy remaining.
Shot.
Last round before the switch.
Spend it now, or it's gone.
Need a drop.
Go, go, go!
Need a drop.
Spike planted.
This way! Hey, I'm out of here!
Come on, let's go!
Spike's dead. You're welcome.
Switching sides.
I will take back what is mine.
Gotta go!
There.
Gotta go!
Let's flush them out.
Shadows traveling.
Grenade! Go, go, go!
Alice.
Last
spike
player
carrier is
standing.
killed.
Spike down A.
You say something? Sorry, ear's still ringing.
Go, go, go!
There.
Ah, break's over.
Multiple enemies A. Grenade!
Careful now.
Last player
This
standing.
way!
Flawless.
I'm twitchy here. Let's go already.
Need a drop. Need a drop.
Reloading.
Need a drop. I'm out of here. Gotta go.
I will be their nightmare. Cover going out.
Spike planted. I'm out of here.
Multiple enemies A.
Last player standing. Clutch.
No one beats my firepower. I got this.
There. Go, go, go!
Move.
I'm out of here.
Shadows traveling.
Grenade. Enemy spotted A.
Enemy A.
Spike carriers down.
Spike down A.
Sit down. Reload him.
One enemy
Coming
remaining.
back. Careful now. My ultimate's ready. That's it. Break time. Reloading.
Tara na! Clock's ticking. There. There. I'm out of here.
I will rip the light from them. Shadows traveling.
Enemy spotted A.
Grenade!
Spike down A.
That's done.
Reloading.
Come on, let's go.
Reloading.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Match point.
Strike at their weak points. If one link breaks, the rest will
Need a
follow.
drop. Salamat, thanks.
Keep up.
Cover going out.
Coming through.
Going up.
Spike planted.
They're super dead.
Enemy B.
Wait.
Cover going out.
One enemy remaining.
Blocking sight.
Last player standing.
I feel the strain. Block it out, Omen.
Can I get a drop?
Go, go, go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Shadows traveling. Someone's A.
Coming through. Go, go, go.
Spike planted. My ult's ready.
Here we go.
Careful now.
Here. Enemy.
Get out of my way.
Reloading.
Multiple enemy B.
One enemy remaining.
Listen up. Kill them before they kill us. I'm out.
Reloading.
Let's turn this around, squad.
Watch this.
Going up.
Go, go, go.
Last player standing. Defenders win.
Sad भाई. Sad.
Hello. I know what you're going to say, so I'm going to cut you off at the pass. Ordinarily, a YouTuber would be like, go to the comments, leave a comment, drop a comment on. I've been busy, if it wasn't apparent, and is usually the case whenever I'm not posting videos for a while. It's because I'm working on other stuff that just needs my attention. So that's what I've been doing. And I'm saying this, which is in the text. So I don't know why I keep pointing up there. It hasn't been up there in years. But I came here to say this because I am tired. And I kind of want to share that because I haven't been able to share pretty much anything. The amount of work that I've had to put into Iron Lung recently has been probably more than any other project that I've had to do, in addition to having to learn so many different things that I thought I knew how to do or I had a surface level knowledge of. And I had to expand on that and keep digging deeper. And what's great is nothing is great. It's not great. Long story short, I have been busy, and I'm going to be busy for a little bit longer. I know I've said these words before, and I know that they've lost all meaning, but final stretch, the thing about a final stretch is that it can keep stretching, and that's what it's been doing, and that's what it's been doing to me. I've been stretched very thin, and that means that I just haven't been able to make videos, and that sucks. Like, it just does. I want to say that out loud because we all know it. Like, you know it, I know it, and that's why I said at the beginning of this, like, hold on, I know what you're going to say. You don't need to say it because I know it, but it needs to be said, right? Like, I'm very tired. I've been busting my ass on this for like almost a year now, and that's crazy. Actually, over a year now that I think about it. That's even crazier because that's one unus honest, right? It's very not easy, but it's very simple to reduce things down to 1 year when you know exactly how much work goes into a year of working every day on something. And that was unus honest, and I've been working on this longer than that. Admittedly, there was a big strike in the middle of it, but it didn't mean the work stopped for me. It was just like I got to try to get ahead on some problem solving and try to learn some things and try to get ahead in other areas. And this all ties into something that I believe very intensely, and that has led me to where I am today in terms of making content on YouTube, is that some things are worth pushing yourself for. Some things are worth stretching yourself very thin for. I would not be here if I did not throw myself in headfirst into things that I did not fully understand with all the confidence in the world that I would figure it out. And no, I didn't land on my feet all the time. I landed on my ass, head, and literally everywhere but my feet. But I got through it, you know? You can learn a lot of things about yourself, and you can learn a lot of things that you didn't know you could do. And I have, in this past year, learned a ton of shit that I can't talk about just yet, except I have. That's the thing. I have been talking about it on Distractable and Go My Favorite Sports Team. If you didn't know, I have 2 podcasts, and I've been keeping up with those regularly. For me, mentally, talking with my friends and being able to have that sense of normalcy when I can't just do regular stuff by myself has been very peaceful and has been very nice. And that's part of the reason why I started those podcasts with my friends, is so that I could have a regular means with talking to them.
Hello.
And just getting these thoughts out of my head and de-stressing about the things that have been pushing me. But even now, I can't do that because it is the final stretch and I have to do so much more. Like, I'm not even close. Like, I'm close to done, but looking at the amount of work, I'm not even close to done. And that's, you know, I mean, it's not good, but it doesn't have to be good to be good later. You know what I mean? That's my philosophy. Part of the creative process is not all sunshine and rainbows, you know, it's bashing your head against the wall. And I've been doing that, and I'm very good at that. If you didn't know me, I'm exceptionally good at that. And in bashing my head against the wall, somehow my skull just gets thicker and my brain just gets bigger. And my confidence in what I can do grows, but also crumbles a lot. That's part of it too, you know. Just working on this has been a bear. Working on this has been a big cement block tied to each shoe, and then I'm going down in the ocean of blood. But it's fun, or it will be, once I swim to the surface. That's a trick. I got to swim to the surface. That's the only trick. You're going down, jumping into a new project. That's the easy part. Turns out you just sink. The rest of it, to either swim up to the top if you have the skill to do that, or you walk along the bottom of the ocean and you crawl up on shore. I don't know where this analogy is going, but it seems weirdly fitting and also related to what I'm doing. So I'm going to stick with it. And I'm going to stick with this. And I'm going to stick it out until the end of this project. And that way, I can show you something cool. And if this goes the way that it seems to be going, I'll get to do it again. I'll get to do it again. Yes, I will. And I look forward to that. When I say I love doing this, like, you can't tell me that I'm not telling the truth, because I really can't wait to do it all. I'm going to take a break after this is done. After this movie comes out, I'm going to take a big old break. And by break, I mean, I'm just going to focus on making YouTube videos for a little bit. That sounds like fun. And then maybe helping other people make some cool shit that doesn't have me involved in every step of the process. That sounds kind of cool too. So I'm going to do that. But first, I'm going to go get ramen with Amy. then I'm gonna play with Chica or something. She's doing good, by the way. So is Henry. So am I. Just a little stressed. That's okay. Just want to let you know. So I'm gonna get back to it, and by to it, I mean the ramen thing that I'm doing. And I promise I won't work for the rest of the night, even though it's like 8 p.m. All right, bye.
11 years after a jury found him not guilty of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, O.J. Simpson wrote a book, and he called it, I Did It. Here's the story behind this book. Although acquitted on criminal charges, O.J. was later found financially liable, so he has always owed money to the families of the victims. In 2006, to make some money, he decided to write, If I Did It. The premise of the book was literally O.J. saying, I didn't do it, but if I did, here's how and why I would have. As you can imagine, the public was revolted by that idea, and all 400,000 copies of the book that had been made were destroyed. But a year later, a bankruptcy court said, hey look, OJ still owes these families money, let's give them this asset. And so the Goldman family took the book and published it. Now they have always believed in OJ's guilt, and so they made the cover look like this, I Did It. But they're not libeling him. The title is still technically, If I Did It. If I Did It. 11 years after a jury found him
Sad.
Baby, baby, baby.
So anytime someone mysteriously dies after they bring truth to the light, it kind of makes you have to think about it a little bit.
Oh my god! So should I not post this video? the people that wrote this both died?
What? Yeah, I mean, I would say post it for sure.
Hey, so before we get started with this very intense conspiracy,
Okay.
I want to give some love to our sponsor today, which is SeatGeek. So if you don't already know, SeatGeek takes care of anymore. So much SeatGeek.
I'm not. These results are not fanciful. Reaching into every household in the land, they take from each home. They're not imaginary. They are actual and real.
Hey, what's up you guys? It's been way too long. Welcome back. Now in today's video, we're gonna be talking about a lot of different theories. One involving the most hyped up product of all time.
You ever seen one of these?
Yes.
These are very popular.
Others involving the brainwashing of an entire generation.
Who used some kind of skincare today? Wow.
But the main theory, the one that all of these are leading towards, is one of the scariest, most intense theories of all time. And it is very, very scary, and it's walking a line of like, am I gonna get killed for talking about this? And that will be explained by the biggest conspiracy theorist I know, my brother. So when do you think this is gonna happen?
I would imagine it's going to happen relatively soon.
What?
So, I mean...
So sit back, relax, and please, try not to panic. Because the truth is, there's nothing you can do about it anyways. I know what you're thinking. Shane, are you really gonna do a conspiracy about a Stanley Cup? You're fucking right, I am.
The hashtag Stanley Cup racking up 6.7 billion views on TikTok, with videos of fans collecting them, decorating them, naming them, even camping out for them. People lining up overnight at Starbucks and Target stores to snag a limited edition version.
Police in Roseville arrested a woman after she was caught with a trunk full of Stanley Cups. The cups were valued at nearly $2,500.
Why are you so obsessed with these cups?
So everyone in school basically has them.
And all this hysteria over a cup.
I got a Stanley!
I never realized how many views you had.
Oh, hey Chris.
Hi.
Sorry. You caught me right in the middle of my morning worship. Thank you. Thank all of you for how much you've done for me. You have been very reliable. You just make me laugh. You cost me a pretty penny.
The shimmery winter pink tumbler in collaboration with Starbucks.
You know how hard they are to find.
Now that $45 cup going for more than $200 on eBay.
But worth it. So as you can see, I might have bought into the hype. To so many people, the Stanley Cup is so much more than just an aggressive way to drink way too much fucking water. It's a lifestyle. It's a status symbol. It's a cult. Okay, this theory is about one of my favorite things. Oh no. But now, one of the things that makes me the most angry.
Stanley Cup? Are you a fan? No, but I feel like he loves it so much it's devastating for all of us.
So I'm sure you all know the Stanley Cups are the biggest cups in the whole world. For some reason, out of nowhere, everybody's talking about Stanley Cups.
If I don't have my Stanley, don't talk to me.
We spent the night at Target for the new Stanley Starbucks cup.
Hey, give me that pink Stanley Cup.
And look at this line, guys. Are we okay? Right here is my little Stanley Cup food tray. No, the answer is no.
The Stanley Cup craze, do you know about that?
They want that big jug full of water so they can carry it around and drink out of it.
2 years ago, when I had my first Stanley, and I loved it, nobody really cared. It was like a cup that people made fun of people for using, like, oh, what are you, a mom in Utah? Like, it was, a joke.
Kind of makes me feel like a soccer mom or a principal of some sort, right? Like, this gives the same energy as somebody who jingles their keys as they walk around.
Now, there's kids crying over Stanleys.
Stanley!
There's white women getting into full-on brawls over Stanleys at Target.
Get him! Get him! Stop him! Stop him! Stop him!
And I smack dumb motherfuckers who need to get smacked with my Stanley Cup.
People are like fighting over them in Walmart.
But why do you think these cups have become such a big deal? In 2019, the Stanley Cup made $70 million. Just a few years later, in 2023, in 1 year, they made $750 million.
The thermoses have just exploded over the past years, going to 750 million this year.
How? How did they do that? Well, in May of 2020, they hired a new global president. Meet Terrence Riley.
In May 2020, Terrence Riley was hired as Stanley's global president.
So who is Terrence Riley? Well, before Stanley, he was in a chief marketing role at Crocs.
It is all thanks to a marketing executive who's credited with the Crocs rebirth a few years back.
You know, that embarrassing shoe that went from the most hated shoe in the world to all of a sudden viral phenomenon.
And my experience at Crocs told me that influencer opportunity was just the magic that Stanley might need, and we were right.
Well, just a few months ago, Terrence Riley had an idea.
There was no effort being put forth to send the Quencher to the stratosphere, which is where it is today.
He hired an agency that was dedicated to helping Stanley build their TikTok.
So just a few months ago, they tapped an agency as their dedicated TikTok agency.
This is something that not a lot of companies have done before.
Which is something that not a lot of brands are doing at the moment.
Well, shortly after they were hired, something about Stanley went very viral. Weirdly enough, on TikTok.
This video here is going viral all over social media. A woman posted a TikTok showing how her Stanley Cup survived a car fire.
Oh, well, it's because of that viral video. And there's still ice inside.
Fire yesterday still has ice in it.
But everybody's like, oh my god, Stanley Cups are amazing. They could survive a car fire.
Adding to the hype, viral videos of the cup's apparent indestructibility.
People swear by these things and apparently they can even survive a fire.
Well, then the next day, guess who responded? The global president of Stanley Cups. And guess how he did it? On TikTok.
This video caught the attention of the president of Stanley, and now he's stepping in to help. Take a listen.
We're glad you're safe. I've seen a lot of comments that we should send you some Stanleys. Well, we're going to send you some Stanleys.
We want to help you get a new car.
Stanley even buying the owner a new car.
We've never done this before, and we'll probably never do it again, but we'd love to replace your vehicle.
Now, speaking of one of the world's biggest fans of Stanley Cup, I would even call me a Stanley. Even when I saw this viral video, I smelled bullshit. Fucking fake. There's no way. There's no way that Stanley survived a car fire. A car fire is so intense. The heat of a car fire is crazy. Guess how hot a car fire is? 1,500 degrees.
Pretty unbelievable, and she was fine.
Because it can't be real. There's no way that cup could survive a fire.
Do they have, like, the stainless steel lids? Because I feel like the plastic lids would burn.
Well, in the viral video, the plastic lid was fully intact. The straw was fully intact. That's why I think it's fake.
Look at it, y'all. It still even has some ice in it.
I don't believe it. I think Stanley created this video. I think she lit some old fucking junker on fire. Sorry if it's real and that's your actual car. She lit
Are you about to light my car on fire with Stanley coming in? Because I'm fine with that.
I'll buy you a new car.
Let's go, baby!
Okay, so I think that it was fake. And it made everybody think Stanleys are amazing.
The Quencher to the stratosphere.
I'm hearing like random people literally being like, oh my god, I need a Stanley Cup. It could survive the end of the world.
Jared, guess what? You know that viral video of that lady finding her Stanley in the car on fire and it had ice in it?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I got a Stanley because of it.
Well, no.
Oh, you couldn't have paid him better to do that.
So I decided to test this theory and see if that viral video was a big old Stanley Cup of bullshit. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna light one of these fuckers up. I've got a fire pit outside, and we're gonna put this fucking Stanley in there. We're gonna light that motherfucker up, and I guarantee you that the ice is gonna fucking melt.
So that's what the fire pit outside was for? I thought you guys were like doing s'mores or something.
Because if it is, then we were all lied to. So, we're gonna see if this Stanley keeps its ice, right?
I'm also scared for us.
What?
Can you be breathing in burning things? No. Do you have a fire extinguisher?
Oh my god.
What? You always have to have one in your kitchen. If you guys don't have one in your kitchen, this is your sign.
Okay, just to prove this is real ice in here.
Cleo, you got your Stanley Cup over there? I got mine over here too.
I'm sure they were expensive.
They cost a little coin.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. What do you guys think is gonna happen?
I think the Stanley's gonna be fine. I think that video's real. Except for the plastic topper.
We also have Spencer, who we've never talked about him on this channel, but he produces these videos on the podcast with me. He's out setting up the fire pit right now.
Oh my god. It looks like we have a crazy person squatting in our yard.
This is Spencer.
That's it.
So he's our producer and also safety coordinator.
We got a fire extinguisher right next to the water fluid.
Perfect. Thanks, Spencer.
sensor?
Have we like given the fire extinguisher a test?
No, that's what we're supposed
We've
to do.
become those like YouTubers where like the neighbors are gonna be like talking about the crazy stunts they do in their backyard.
I'm sure they're already talking about it.
Okay, we'll go this way.
Oh my god. Hold on.
Where's the lighting good? Okay, come here, honey.
Oh my god! Wow!
Wait.
Oh.
So nice.
Wow.
It's honestly gorgeous.
Are we supposed to be breathing this in?
I don't think so.
Okay, so...
It's good to know how to use one of these. You're welcome.
Okay.
Honestly though, if it does melt, that is kind of fucked up. Because I feel like millions of people have bought into this. Oh my god, it survived a car fire, look! Like, I do think that's what caused all the hype.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, have you heard about that?
Yeah.
Wait,
Everyone has, right?
Everyone. Just right in the middle, do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, got it in there. Oof, that's hot. Oh my god, okay, it's already blackening on this side.
Is it? Didn't it look perfect in the video?
Literally perfect.
Okay, yeah.
I'm also looking at the top, because the top in the video, it was like perfect, wasn't burnt. Oh my god! Oh my god, the straw's melting.
Oh, that fast?
It's only been in there for 2 seconds.
No way. No way!
Oh.
The straw's done.
The straw's over. The straw's over, buddy.
That was so fast.
Wow, it's really fucking melting. Look at the side of that.
The paint's burning off.
Oh, it is just the paint.
It's literally...
Watch the Stanley just be like a sickening nude color.
Oh, it is like really melting. A car fire, even if it's not being touched by a flame, the heat inside of a car fire is like insane. Just to put that in perspective, a fire pit, like a small, simple one, those get to about 600 degrees. Almost 1,000 degrees less. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's oozing. You see that?
Whoa.
What is that? Oh, the top is melting.
Yeah, it's completely ruined already.
How long should I leave it in? How long is a car fire? Most car fires last over 45 minutes. 45 minutes to an hour. That Stanley is not going to make it an hour. Look at it, Chris! Oh my god! Oh my god! The handle! Gone.
No way!
Literally gone.
No way.
Oh my god, it's about to fall off.
Yeah, as you can see, it is in pretty perfect condition.
Oh my god.
The video's a lie.
That video's a fucking lie.
Oh.
That video's a fucking...
You guys don't know what's going on inside of that Stanley Cup.
Right! There could still be ice in there. There could be ice in there.
There's ice in
There's no way.
They went in that car and the owner of Stanley was like, look, there's a new one. After just like lighting it under a candle, worth every penny for them. That marketing campaign was genius.
I'm sad.
Well, there still could be ice in there. We don't know. Oh, wow.
Wow, those really work.
Okay, I'm gonna take out the Stanley. Okay, I got it.
And this is the Stanley?
Let's see if there's ice. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's see if there's ice.
Oh, still
nope.
water.
Still
I wish we could tell if the water was cool or not.
Wow.
No
ice. Nothing.
Let me see the cup itself.
It's fucked.
What's going on?
I think that's the lid.
Oh.
And the handle completely burnt off.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I really believed it. I'm so sad about it.
I'm like mad. I'm definitely not gonna buy any more.
Yeah, right.
Now listen, I know, this is just a Stanley Cup. Who cares? Even if they did fake the video or did it for viral attention, which legally I still can't prove. It's harmless, right? But what it showed me is how gullible we all are to believe what looks like an illusion. Well, guess what? We threw a Stanley in a fire pit. Gone.
Burnt. Melted, bro. No ice.
There's a class action lawsuit heading your way.
And this time it might have been harmless, you know, it's just a cup. But in the future, it might be way more dangerous than that. But we'll get to that later in the video. Ooh, I need a sip. Oh, also, I just heard today that there might be lead in those, so.
As Stanley Cups continue their rise in popularity, there's concerns the tumblers contain traces of lead.
And under that button is a lead piece.
Using XRF technology, we discovered that the Stanley tumblers was positive for a very high level of lead.
Stanley's website discloses that its sealing material does include some lead.
I'm also scared for us.
But those customers with wear and tear should be cautious.
Literally gone.
Can you be breathing in burning things? No.
Ooh, I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
I know that difference from anxiety or fumes.
Health Canada notes exposure to higher levels of lead can cause various health issues, including anemia and vomiting.
Cheers to death.
It should only be a matter of time.
Now last year we talked about TikTok, which was terrifying. Face prints and voice prints. Huh? Well, if you didn't think it could get any scarier or darker than that, sit the fuck down. So where's one place that you feel safe? Somewhere you can be alone with your thoughts. Somewhere you can scream sing at the top of your lungs with no judgment. Somewhere you can cry in after a long, hard day. A place that feels like it's truly yours. Your car.
1146 and a new warning for drivers. Your car may not exactly be the sanctuary you think it is.
Well, the bells and whistles that come with new cars are not just there to improve your driving experience.
All that fancy technology in a new vehicle could allow companies to spy on you.
They're also watching, listening, and gathering personal data.
I'm no mechanic, but I know one thing most people haven't figured out about their cars. They don't just guzzle gas, they guzzle data.
Well, recently there's a study done by Mozilla where they looked into car companies and their privacy policies.
Mozilla studied 25 car brands from Nissan to Mercedes to Ford and found every one of them collects drivers' personal data. Most admit they may be sharing it with the government. government.
And cars have the ability to collect so much of it, more probably than any device that we have, even maybe more than our phone.
They found some pretty scary things, like some car companies can actually collect your medical information, your genetic information.
They know your driving habits,
how fast you drive,
whether you look sleepy while you're driving,
where you drive to the most often, what songs you listen to the most. But all of that is, obvious, right? Well, then they found this privacy policy for Nissan. Let's just give it a read, shall we? They say they collect sensitive personal information, including driver's license number, national or state identification number, citizenship status, immigration status, race, national origin, religious or philosophical beliefs, sexual orientation, sexual activity. What?
And it's not just about our driving habits.
We saw sex life mentioned as data collected in privacy policies.
What the fuck does that mean? How are they tracking your sexual activity? What the fuck does that mean?
Nissan's policy says it can collect sexual activity, health diagnosis data.
I don't know what that means. They won't tell us what that means. Mozilla can't figure out what that means.
We're astounded when we saw that they could collect information on things like sexual activity and sex life.
I don't know.
But could get no answers on how they actually might be doing that.
I don't know. But it's literally in their privacy policy, or it was when this article was released. And the scary part, it's not just them. It's literally almost every other car company.
25 globally famous car makers.
All major car makers.
Yes.
They're just the only ones that were brave enough to put it in the policy. It also says this, literally in their privacy policy, get ready. Personal data reflecting the consumer's preferences, characteristics, psychological trends, predispositions, behavior, attitudes, intelligence, abilities, all of that information about you is being sold by them to advertisers.
Nissan and Kia also collect certain content in your emails and text messages.
They can figure out things like how smart you are, if you have a predisposition to drink, if you're acting a little depressed lately, or how much you're fucking. They can use all of that and sell it to advertisers with no restrictions.
Experts say with no federal laws in place to protect consumers, you need to do your homework.
They literally have every single part of your life.
Nissan responding, when we do collect or share personal data, we comply with all applicable laws and provide the utmost transparency.
There are no federal laws restricting how cars collect and use your data.
And how are they getting so much of this information?
Researchers say those fancy gadgets in newer cars like cameras, microphones, and apps could all be collecting data on you.
Technology in cars collect information through cameras, microphones, and sensors. Yikes, okay.
More cars are also now equipped with cameras, usually facing outside the vehicle. But this one, in the Tesla Model 3, faces inside.
This car has OnStar.
Also has an internal camera mounted right on the steering column.
But one very easy way is through your phone, whenever you plug it into the car.
Every time you plug in your phone, there's a chance it's copying over your personal information.
That car has the capability of taking all of the information on your phone, anything you've ever searched on it, every text you've ever typed out, literally everything goes into that car, and now that car owns it.
It's like a smartphone on wheels.
And it's not just your car. Oh no, you get your friend's car and you're like, hey, let me get the aux. I don't know if people say that anymore. But you plug your phone into your friend's car, and boom, now their car has all your information. You get in an Uber and you charge your phone, and now bam, that car has all your information. Any car that has a computer system in it has this capability, and most of them say it in their privacy policy.
Chevy's long privacy policies say GM could pretty much take whatever data it wants.
The question is, why?
And it's not just your cars. Have you noticed that there are charging stations now? Everywhere. Coffee shops, airports, malls. Literally everywhere you go now, there are huge charging stations. Why do you think that is? Just because they're being nice. I mean, they are free, so they must be doing it out of the goodness of their heart. Or they're stealing all of your fucking information every time you plug your phone in.
The FBI is now warning about public charging spots like these, saying hackers have been able to infect them with malware.
Now, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm gonna assume that they are taking your information as well.
Your cable is used for charging, obviously, but it's also used for data transfer.
The FBI says, beware.
But it's not just the car companies that are guilty of this, or the obvious places like the TikToks of the world. It's everyone. Food apps, game apps, dating apps.
Dating applications are really just data applications.
Privacy problems for some popular dating apps, including Grindr, OkCupid, and Tinder, leak personal information to advertisers.
The information that you share, it is all kinds of sensitive information that in many cases you might not even share with your friends and family. This is intimate information.
But let's go back to cars for a second. What car company do you think has the worst privacy policy in the whole world? Tesla, baby.
Tesla has assured its customers that privacy is enormously important to the company.
Teslas, in common with many cars, have cameras all over them. They are meant to be private, of course, and that appears not to have been the case, at least in the past.
Has found that employees of Tesla privately shared sometimes highly invasive videos and images recorded by the car's cameras.
Among the videos shared were images of a man approaching his car naked.
That's according to interviews with 9 former employees.
So all of these images clearly are being uploaded back to the mothership.
Yeah, it appears so.
That ex-employee added, we could see them doing laundry and really intimate things. We could see their kids.
And Tesla was created by the same guy that now wants to put a chip inside of your brain.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has given Neuralink clearance last year to conduct its first trial to test its implant on humans.
The FDA approved Neuralink for human tests last May after years of testing on animals.
This is Pager, who had a Neuralink placed in each side of his brain. He's learned to interact with a computer for a tasty banana smoothie. We can interact with the Neuralinks simply by pairing them to an iPhone, just as you might pair your phone to a Bluetooth speaker. As he's playing this game, we're wirelessly streaming, in real time, the firing rates from thousands of neurons to a computer.
Oh, wait a minute. He already did it.
Elon Musk's brain science company has implanted a device into a human for the first time.
This company, Neuralink, has implanted a chip into a human brain.
The unidentified person received a brain chip implant implant Sunday, and Musk says they are, quote, recovering well.
So Elon created a company called Neuralink, and they have a new product. It's called telepathy.
The product has been given the name telepathy, and the plan is for it to enable control of a phone, computer, or almost any linked device just by thinking about them.
Huh?
Imagine the joy of connecting with your loved ones, browsing the web, or even playing games using only your thoughts.
This is real. Like, he actually did that.
Just by thinking.
Paige still moves the joystick out of habit, but as you can see, it's unplugged. He's controlling the cursor entirely with brain activity alone.
So if you think it's easy for them to steal information from you through your phone, just imagine what they could do through your brain. And why do all of these huge companies want your information? What do they want? Every aspect of your lives is being monitored by these huge companies. Why?
Neuralink is just one of many groups working on technology like this. According to clinicaltrials.gov, there are more than 40 computer brain interference trials happening right now.
But we'll get to that later in the video.
And what better reward for a monkey than a banana?
So I'm sure you've heard of Sephora Kids, and if you haven't, I envy you.
You might have noticed the hashtag Sephora Kids trending.
Sephora Kids.
Young girls in middle school, some even in elementary school, are swarming the beauty retailer.
Viral clips have been going around of kids going in Sephora making a big mess.
It would seem packs of preteens are flocking to Sephora and using all the samples.
Mom promised me a trip to Sephora today. I am so excited.
Because it's very viral, I've been seeing.
It's very viral?
Yeah.
I'm in Sephora right now, and there's literally the Sephora 10-year-olds are in here, literally looking at your outfit. I'm not kidding.
They go up to the sample section and quite literally destroy everything and make a huge mess that they don't even bother cleaning up.
They literally dropped something and broke it.
Let me break it down. 10-year-olds on TikTok who think they need a full skincare routine before they're even old enough to have a pimple.
All she wants for the holidays is, well, not toys, but skincare products.
All I wanted this year was skincare and makeup.
Mom, look, the new Salty Generic area.
Oh, not another Sephora kid.
And Rita, I'll start with you on this one. What do you think? Is it concerning?
What are we doing to these young girls, their minds?
She showed us her routine.
The first step is I put on my toner, the daily face cleanser.
These 10-year-olds are crazy. Whose skincare routine is more expensive? Oh, my daughter's, yes.
I had one dad tell me that he's spending $1,000 a month on his daughter's skincare habit.
Why are we letting our kids walk around like they're 30 years old? What does it do? What is it?
It's like
What is it though?
skin spray.
What does it do to your skin?
Now, obviously, it's probably not healthy for children to have a skincare routine, considering most skincare products contain alcohol, harsh chemicals, and literally are meant to strip your fucking skin off and give you new skin.
Kids have slightly thinner skin and slightly more sensitive skin.
What's happening is they're using products that break down skin barrier and cause rashes, irritation, acne even, redness, and infection and swelling.
Excuse me, which retinol product do you recommend? Aren't you like 9?
They can do harm.
Where's your mother?
What can you blame these kids? I mean, they're scrolling on TikTok since the day they were fucking born.
This is the first generation that's really grown up in this digital age where TikTok.
Tweens are becoming a target for skincare companies and spending a lot of money.
Algorithms are now targeting younger users.
So they're getting all this information because media agencies can target them easy.
But of course they're going to want to be just like the adults they're watching.
Many are seemingly mirroring the get ready with me videos they see online.
And of course TikTok knows their children and still promotes all this crap to them because, well, why the fuck not, right?
Some estimates suggest the global skincare market could reach $167 billion by 2030.
So I know what you're thinking, what's a theory, right? I mean, kids have been brainwashed for years. Well, looking into this led me down a whole different rabbit hole. And that's a question that Gen Z has been asking a lot lately. Why is Gen Z aging so fast?
Brad, have you seen the massive amounts of people on TikTok discussing how Gen Z is aging?
Apparently, Gen Z is like aging really rapidly.
Generation Z is aging faster.
So Gen Z is aging like milk, and we're gonna talk about it.
Everybody's talking about how Gen Z is aging like a pack of saltine crackers.
Here are my theories around why Gen Z looks so much older than millennials.
I mean, this has been talked about everywhere. Gen Z freaking out about why are they looking older? Why are they getting wrinkles so young?
We live in a time nowadays where millennials look way younger for their age, while Gen Z looks way older for their age. If you don't believe me, I'm Gen Z.
Gen Z, you gotta get y'all some health insurance.
I was humbled so quick tonight. I was on live with my boyfriend and someone was like, how old's your girlfriend? And John jokingly responds 47. And the girl comments, oh, I thought she was early 30s. I am 23.
Well, a new study came out about the effects of blue lights. That's a light that comes off of your phone, your TV, your laptop, your iPad, pretty much every device in your house. Well, one of the main side effects of blue light exposure is accelerated aging.
Because, you know, they're trying to raise the retirement age and y'all already look retired.
That's right. Staring at your screen for too many hours can cause wrinkles, sagging skin, age spots, hyperpigmentation, thinner or weaker skin. There was a study done on fruit flies. They found out that the fruit flies who were exposed to blue light had horrible side effects, and the fruit flies that were not exposed to blue light actually lived longer. So I know you're thinking, Shane, I'm a millennial. I'm on my phone all the time. I don't notice a change. Well, let's think back to the Sephora kids. You know, Gen Alpha? I know, that's a thing.
Generation Alpha, children born in 2010 and beyond.
We're fucking old. Well, Gen Alpha was born with a fucking iPad in their hands.
Gen Alpha was literally born with a smartphone in their hand.
Most Gen Z didn't get a phone until they were like 12. I didn't get a phone until I was like 18. Gen Alpha literally has been staring at blue light every single day since they were born. And now with all these studies coming out showing that blue light actually accelerates your aging, are Sephora kids dumb? Or or are they actually ahead of the curve?
A few weeks ago, I made a video complaining about those little 10-year-old Sephora girls. Now I understand why they're doing it.
Now, once again, I'm not saying that kids should be using skincare, but I am just saying, holy fuck. I mean, I've even noticed it with myself. This is random, but have you heard of tech neck?
Yeah, tech neck.
Tech neck is when you stare down at your phone too much, and it causes intense wrinkles on your neck.
Necklines.
They say young people are getting lines earlier because of what's called tech neck, looking down at your devices all the time.
Now, these were wrinkles that usually people didn't get until they were like 50. Now you have people in their 20s who are aging faster, harder. And the question is it gonna get worse? Well, I want to introduce you to somebody special. I'd like you to meet Mindy. Mindy is what we are going to evolve into because of our addiction to technology. Hunchbacked, tech claw, 90-degree elbow, tech neck, a thicker skull with a smaller brain.
Our brains are surprisingly getting smaller.
And the scariest, a second fucking eyelid. Why a second eyelid? Because as we evolve and as our brains and our bodies realize how harmful blue lights from our phones are, our body will evolve to create a second fucking eyelid to block the blue light. And why will human skulls be thicker? Because of the potential damage of the radiation that is coming off of our phones.
Researcher who's drawn a strong link here between cell phone radiation and tumors, particularly in the brain.
Cell phones emit radio frequency energy when they send and receive signals to and from cell towers.
Our skulls will literally get thicker to protect us from that.
Okay, everyone, today I'm going to be using a microwave leak detector to actually check how much radiation is coming off your cell phone when you use it. So for example, let's go check my microwave oven. Okay, so let's start my microwave and see what the leak detector says. So right next to the door now, we're getting 6 milliwatts per centimeter squared. So now let's just try using Hey Siri. So just saying Hey Siri makes it go off the chart.
This is real, like this is happening.
If you remember, when you talk on your cell phone, you're sticking it right next to your head.
And you're probably wondering why our brains are smaller. Oh, is it the radiation? No. Our brains are gonna get smaller because we have less use for them. I mean, because of technology, we don't have to think about much. We can get any answer we want on Google. We can order food with the touch of a button. We don't have to go out and hunt for it. We don't have to learn how to drive because, well, cars are gonna drive themselves.
I guess I shouldn't wait because what's the point, right? What's the point? Okay.
We literally don't have to do anything for ourselves, ever. Our brains are this now. And all of this scary shit that's happening to Mindy, that's only happening on the outside. Let's talk about Mindy's insides. You know what? Let's actually talk about our insides, because the shit that we are eating is getting crazy. I'm not talking about triple Big Macs. I'm talking about the fact that scientists have discovered that 90% of our food has plastic in it.
We're eating and drinking more plastic than we might have realized.
This is what I found when I looked at it under the microscope. I found microplastic.
Yeah, cancer-causing microplastics.
Microplastics make their way into our bodies through food and water.
And what are the potential side effects of this? Oh, just birth defects, cancer, diabetes, infertility, neurodevelopmental disorders, and so much more. I mean, in previous videos, we've talked about how crazy the food world is. You know how on cheese slices, it doesn't actually say cheese, it says cheese product?
Prepared cheese products.
That's because that ain't cheese. Oh, and it doesn't melt, no matter how hard you try.
Listen to that. You hear that? And it smells like burnt plastic.
And this is a new one, drumstick ice cream. Such a fun ice cream treat from my childhood. Except it's not ice cream, because legally, they can't call it that.
This ice cream is so fake that they can't even call it ice cream. It's called a frozen dessert instead.
Like, what the fuck is in that? They can't call it ice cream. Huh? And I know what you're thinking. Okay, well, I'll just start eating healthy now.
However, researchers say microplastics are even tiny enough to enter the bronchioles, as the particles are now being found in people's airwaves.
When you're sitting in your living room and there's a ray of light and you can see all the particles in the light, a lot of those are probably plastic.
Some numbers show humans could be inhaling the equivalent of an entire credit card's worth of plastic within a week.
From a young age, they want us to be eating garbage that's filled with chemicals and trash.
For the first time ever earlier this year, microplastics were found inside human organs here in the US.
I mean, when you think about it, doesn't it kind of make sense? Not only is Gen Z supposedly aging faster, but has anybody else noticed how much of Gen Z has ADHD?
The question is, why do all Gen Zers have ADHD?
Over the past 10 years, we have witnessed the rate of children diagnosed with ADHD has increased by over 42%.
Well, what is ADHD? Oh yeah, a neurodevelopmental disorder. Wait a minute, isn't that a side effect of eating fucking plastic?
You're literally eating plastic.
Not to mention handing them iPads at 2 years old, giving them TikTok, which is just scroll, making their attention span 0, and making them run to Sephora to grab a bunch of shit that'll strip their face. And slowly turn them and all of their offsprings into a hunchback fucking crazy looking creature named Mindy. And that brings us to an experiment that I did, which involves a food theory that is truly insane.
What's in ice cream sandwiches these days?
Hey guys, so we have an interesting video for you today.
An ice cream sandwich? This is kind of gross.
We saw something a little bit disturbing today about ice cream sandwiches that come from Walmart.
Okay, so it is 11:34. So I'm about to test a theory that I cannot believe is real.
Christy Watson's kids love ice cream. You've got to see what she found in her backyard recently.
If this works, it's terrifying. So there's a theory about ice cream sandwiches. Let me explain. They're saying that in the last 15 years, they've switched the formula, and all the basic ice cream sandwiches that you would buy at the store never melt.
It would not melt, even on one of the hottest days of the year.
Like, I'm talking sit out of the freezer.
I noticed that my son had left his ice cream sandwich outside.
For days.
I was wondering, why was there still ice cream there?
Apparently, these ice cream sandwiches from Walmart, this great value brand, doesn't melt.
And I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, they would melt so fast. Like, I would have to eat them as fast as I could because I didn't want them getting all over my hands, getting all over my clothes. This is terrifying. One of the most disgusting things I've ever heard. So I'm going to test it.
We wondered too, so we did a test. We set out a Walmart sandwich in the hot sun.
One of them outside in 80-degree weather, and then one of them we actually took it a step further, so we put a hairdryer on it.
But I don't know if this is actually real. This could be fake.
Most hairdryers are anywhere from 100 to 130 degrees.
I want to try for myself.
So we have
chocolate ice cream, mint chocolate chip, and the Walmart ice cream sandwich. Let's take them outside.
I'm gonna put an ice cream sandwich on this plate, and I'm gonna leave it in my pantry overnight. And then tomorrow we will see if it's melted. I fucking hope so. Okay. Okay, so just so you can see, here's the ice cream sandwich. Oh, fuck. I mean, it looks good. So there it is, looking nice. Now it's time to put in the pantry.
So as you can see, now we put an ice cream sandwich out in the sun. 78 degrees, we're gonna see how long it takes to melt.
I'm gonna put it right here. All right, see you in the morning. Hopefully melted. Dear God. Okay, it is the next morning. It is 11:30. So the ice cream sandwich has been in the pantry for 12 hours. Let's see how it looks.
I put it to the test. I put it on my kitchen counter at room temperature overnight to see how long it would take to melt.
Oh my God, I'm nervous. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. Ew.
Unfortunately, it didn't melt. After sitting on the kitchen counter for over 13 hours, not a single drop.
In 20 minutes so far, it doesn't look like it's melting.
The Haagen-Dazs melts into a puddle. The Klondike sandwich melts somewhat. The Walmart sandwich melts the least.
I was wondering, why was there ice cream there?
What the heck are you talking about?
Come look at this. Okay, guess how long this ice cream sandwich has been sitting out?
I mean, judging by how the chocolate has melted, I would say a few hours, but this ice cream still looks legit, so like 20 minutes?
Okay, so it's been out for 12 hours.
What? Is this ice cream melted? Have you touched it?
It's not, I mean, look at it.
So it's not ice cream.
What kind of ice cream is this?
What is it? Are you kidding me?
I have no idea. We don't know what it is. I mean, it's like a lot of chemicals, a lot of weird shit. But don't you remember when we were kids, the ice cream was like actually real and it would melt?
I thought so. Is that an illusion?
No, they
Is
just...
that an Mandela effect? Jeez.
No, they just started adding a bunch of shit to it. A bunch of weird chemicals.
Walmart's ingredient list includes corn syrup, guar gum, and cellulose gum.
Is there something unusual about Walmart's ice cream sandwiches that delays melting?
And a few of the gums that prevent it from melting.
Without question, there are gums in this product. You can absolutely feel it in your mouth. Higher quality ice creams melt clean on the mouth. This is notably gummy, and it has an almost foamy feel on the tongue. Should you be concerned about giving gums to your kids? Very big gummy.
We're talking about FDA-approved additives. In the world of processed foods, these are common ingredients.
12 hours?
Yeah.
You should show your hair right now. It's like you look like a horse with like a comb over. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
Very big gummy.
Okay.
Whenever you have an ice cream cone or you're eating ice cream and it melts, it's liquid. Like, what?
The scoop of Blue Bunny real vanilla ice cream didn't last too long.
Christy misses old-fashioned ice cream that melts.
It does not look like milk.
Now, we should also point out that a cup of Haagen-Dazs or another premium ice cream costs about $3. For the same price, you get a dozen ice cream sandwiches from Walmart.
I mean, that's not right. Ice cream's literally supposed to melt.
Okay, moving inside. We're gonna start with another ice cream sandwich in the freezer, plug up the hairdryer, and we're gonna make sure we set it on the highest heat and the highest fan speed.
And again, there's nothing unhealthy about those sandwiches.
So I thought to myself, what am I feeding my children?
And that leads us to our final theory. And this one is the darkest of them all.
Here, please.
You ready? Yeah. Okay, so we are here with my brother, Jared.
Hello, everybody.
And he's about to break down one of the scariest, most intense, dangerous theories of all time. So this is something I want to talk about for a long time. But it's even too confusing for me to understand, and it is very, very scary, and it's walking the line of like, am I gonna get killed for talking about this?
So I will say, when I was doing research about this, there was moments where I felt like, I don't know if I want to do this. It's like, this is feeling way too real, and it doesn't even feel like a conspiracy anymore, because, what it has to do with, ultimately, is a fake alien invasion taking place. And if you look at the news right now, I mean, we got people in Mexico that are actually presenting alien remains to Congress.
Scientists in Mexico pulling back the curtain on what they believe are aliens.
Of 2 extraterrestrials.
Both at least 1,000 years old.
They only had 3 fingers and elongated heads. And experts say one of the bodies has eggs inside of it.
You have alien sightings all over the place. I mean, Forbes put out an article about aliens.
It was the streak seen across the sky, now seen around the world, where a family called 911 claiming to see aliens in their backyard.
The fireball captured on a police body cam on the night of April 30th was real. The American Meteor Society says witnesses reported seeing it all across the West. Metro officers were among the witnesses.
One of my partners said they saw something fall in the sky, too.
A frightened family called 911 and told police they had 10-foot-tall alien beings in their backyard. Police do not believe this was a hoax call.
They even had a Congress meeting where now it's not UFOs, it's UAPs, so it sounds like way more official.
Well, tomorrow, NASA is set to release the findings on UAPs, and this comes from the Pentagon's relatively new division.
In a recent congressional hearing, former Air Force Intel officer David Grush claimed under oath,
but as I stand here under oath now, I was informed
he believes the government is running a secret program to reverse engineer non-human origin UFOs, which it has in its possession.
Of a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program.
Wait, what is it? What is a UAP?
So it used to be unidentified flying objects, but now they've restated it as UAPs.
Last year, the House Intelligence Committee held a hearing on UAPs,
which is
unidentified aerial phenomena.
So they even have like a more legit name for it at this point, where UFO kind of made it feel goofy, a little bit conspiratory, where now it's like, no, we got a real name for these things. They're UAPs.
There are a lot of people who don't want this to come to light.
And I got people hitting me up every day on my messages, and it's not just the people that are into like flat Earth and stuff like that. This is people that are like genuinely concerned, which I think they should be, and it's one of the reasons why I feel like making this video now makes the most sense, because if anything, this is a warning,
Okay, a warning of what though? Like what am I supposed to be afraid of?
Well, an alien invasion. They want you to be afraid of an alien invasion, to manipulate us into believing that a fake alien invasion is happening, to unite us all so they can basically just take control over the planet. And this happened. I know. Pretty light stuff, right?
Yeah, okay.
So, and to kind of break it down so we understand here, Project Bluebeam was originally introduced by a gentleman named Serge Mossad in 1994. And he broke down how they were going to achieve this fake alien invasion into several steps. So in order to achieve this and make it feel real to the public, the first phase is going to be to unearth some kind of documents that change our perception of the reality that we live in, pretty much confusing us and opening our minds to a possibility of what could be. The second phase is to basically have us all be able to imagine what this would look like, and the best way to do that is through movies and predictive programming.
So what is predictive programming? The subtle form of psychological conditioning provided by the media.
All right, next up, The Simpsons. The long-running cartoon has been, of course, known for its incredible ability to predict the future.
To acquaint the public with planned societal changes.
You may remember when Lisa referred to a President Trump 16 years before he was elected.
If and when these changes are put through,
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump.
the public will already be familiarized with them
But for many, a microchip in the brain feels like something out of a movie.
and will accept them as natural progressions.
Like 2015's Kingsman: The Secret Service, where Samuel L. Jackson plays an eccentric billionaire who tries to control the world using neural implants.
Mankind is the virus, and I'm the cure.
The third step is they will actually project holographic images into the sky to actually make us see the alien invasion. And then the fourth step is to basically, at that point, we're all united, and then they're going to have us go into underground bunkers, they're going to put us into submarines, and the few that are lucky enough are going to survive this into the world apocalypse.
Okay.
It gets pretty deep pretty quick, right?
Okay, so yeah, let's break it down. So
just to kind of give you some insight, the first step was going to be to unearth documents or make this grand discovery that's going to change our perception of the world that we live in, right? And what happened in the early 90s, pretty close to when he wrote this, we discovered that not only is there more than the Milky Way galaxy, but the universe is infinite.
Since the first detection of the first exoplanet in 1992, astronomers have found thousands of others.
So before we might have thought, oh, there's maybe like 20 planets where aliens might come from and blow us up, but now there's billions of trillions, infinite amounts of planets.
Do you think that there is intelligent life in the universe?
Absolutely, there is life elsewhere, and almost certainly intelligent life. It has to be. The odds are just overwhelming.
And it shook a lot of people, because we thought it's just us, the Milky Ways, but now it's like we're just a little speck of dust in this infinite galaxy that, of course, there's life somewhere else. There can't not be. And they want us to be scared of that. They don't want us to be excited about this. They want us to be terrified, right? They want us to believe that life out there poses a threat to us. Now, do I believe that? No. I don't think that aliens want to harm us. I think they're probably doing their own thing. And if anything, they probably want to help us. So that's the first step. And that's why the second step is they need to get us familiar with it. And they need to get us to understand and all be on the same page of what an alien invasion looks like. And the best way to do that is through the media, right? So it's interesting that the theory came out in 1994. And then 2 years later, Independence Day comes out. And if you were to ask anybody, it could be anybody on the earth, what an alien invasion could look like, what movie do you think pops in their head, and they think that's what it's going to be. It's going to be some huge saucer in the sky, beams are going to come down, and the missiles are just going to start striking us. Instead of thinking, maybe they're going to come down, they're going to offer us insight, they're going to give us this technology that saves the planet, now that's not a possibility. Now they're going to blow us up. And it's terrifying. I don't think if a spaceship hovered above us right now, anybody would be optimistic. I think it would be, that's a wrap for us. So they achieved that through movies like Independence Day.
Well, yeah, Independence Day, the first thing I think about when I think about an alien invasion is a UFO hovering over the White House and blowing it up. That's my first thought in my head. If somebody said there's an alien invasion, that's what I would see.
And that's what they want. They want to build fear in society towards any kind of a threat coming from the sky. He wrote the book in 1994, and then Independence Day came out in 1996. And this is what most people lean towards as being the movie that really broke this theory into a reality. So now we all kind of have an understanding of what we believe an alien would look like and probably what an invasion would look like. But the craziest thing to me is outside of movies, in 1997 in Phoenix, Arizona was the Phoenix Lights.
Today marks 26 years since the mysterious Phoenix Lights.
The Phoenix Lights mystery.
Where at first it was just 3 orbs in the sky that appeared out of nowhere.
The video was shot by Mike Kristen.
There's a third one.
Then it turned to 6 lights, then to 9 lights.
Oh, what do we got? Hey, Sue, take a look at this.
Oh my God.
People across Arizona, they reported seeing a silent, miles-long V-shaped group of lights gliding quietly overhead.
Like thousands of people saw them.
Thousands of people saw what they believed were UFOs hovering over the valley.
The giant V-shaped object reportedly hovered above Phoenix for 3 hours.
And this is the biggest UFO sighting in history.
And quickly became one of the largest mass UFO sightings of all time.
And still nobody could explain what it was.
And we still don't know what it was.
But, it had the whole world talking about aliens. People were afraid.
Before it finally disappeared over the horizon.
Yeah, it's not just in the movies. They had to actually bring this to real life just to add that element of reality to it.
Definitely a craft, he said, and not of this world.
And it's crazy because in 1987, Ronald Reagan, who was the president, who was also like an actor, which is kind of crazy to think about, made a speech about Berlin.
We often forget how much unites all the members of humanity.
And one of the things he talked about is the only way to unify the planet is a global threat.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound.
And then he said, wouldn't it be funny
how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
And this was, almost 30, 40 years ago that he said this. So, was he saying it because it sounded cool, or was he saying it foreshadowing something he knew was going to happen, and he just wanted to warn us about it?
Okay, so what's the next step?
The third step is going to be they're going to use holographic images to pretty much create the fake alien invasion. We're going to see the flying saucer above us, and we're not going to be able to distinguish whether it's real or not because technology has gotten to a point where they can make it appear 3D in the sky.
It's not real, it's not real. No, it looks pretty real to me.
Predictive programming.
So is that far in the future? Because how would they do that?
I know in 2015 in China, you could see that there was like a floating city. No one could really explain it at this point, but it looked like there was a legitimate cityscape in the middle of the clouds. And on top of that,
what?
Yeah, I believe it was in Yantai City in China.
This video surfaced out of China, and it looks like their city is floating in the clouds.
People were seeing actual skyline of buildings in the sky.
Tall buildings and tower cranes appear to rise up amid thick clouds.
And it's called the city in the sky. No one's ever been able to really explain it. So that, to me, that proves the ability to project these things. But not only that, I mean, we got Tupac out here touring as a hologram, right? And to me, the craziest thing is where they're able to create 3D images in thin air.
A major breakthrough in 3D imaging might just be the answer to bringing holograms to life.
Because you think, you need a screen, you need something for the actual image to appear on.
They're pitching this as a genuine hologram. This isn't virtual reality. This isn't a picture of Tupac on a stage.
But they've made it so they can have 3D holographic images that you can walk around.
This is going to be something that feels like a real object that I can actually walk around and see. It's the highest resolution holographic display platform ever designed.
They can project into the sky.
And they can be scaled up, potentially using multiple panels to make a massive wall.
What's the real goal of being able to produce a real-life holographic image that can fool people? So the technology definitely exists, and you have to remember we only are privy to like a tenth of what actually is out there. They don't expose us to everything that they can do until it's time. So we're only seeing like the tip of the iceberg with what they're able to project with holographic images.
Crazy. So there's a hologram of an alien invasion in the sky. Then what?
Then what they're going to do is they're going to get on the news, they're going to tell us that there's this global threat, and that we all need to listen to whoever they're telling us to listen to, because that's our only chance at survival, and just like sheep, we're going to follow, if we believe it, right? If we don't believe it, we're able to like say, this is bullshit, I'm going to keep doing my thing, but people are going to go into a panic. People are going to freak out, and whatever someone in a position of power tells them to do, they're going to do it. Because what else is their option, Yeah, and not only are there going to be holograms in the sky, but they're actually going to use telepathy.
The product has been given the name telepathy.
To insert and stream ideas directly into our brains that lead us to follow. And how I believe they're going to do that in the most obvious way is through our phones. They know how to manipulate us because we put all of our thoughts, all of our dreams, all of our fears into our phones.
Intimate information.
And that's kind of their gateway, their portal into our brains. So we're going to hear in our head, you have to listen to this person. Listen to them. They're telling you what you need to do. And you're going to say, like, no, I have it. They're like, no, I'm telling you, you need to listen to that. I'm telling you that so you could survive this. So they're going to brainwash us into thinking using technology that we have to listen to this one ruler in order to be safe and not die in this invasion.
Okay, I don't want to get like too political or religious with this, but I will say, like, growing up, going to Catholic school, reading the Bible and all that, it's kind of sounding like an Antichrist situation? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yes, which is somebody that's going to present themselves as a Messiah whose true intentions are to lead us all pretty much to death.
So say this happens, they project everything to, we all think we're under attack, this new leader takes over, then what? Like, where do we go?
The leader is going to tell us that the only way to survive this is to go in deep underground bunkers. There's going to be submarines that people can get on, like in the movie 2012, for instance. You can actually see they have a lottery, or you can buy your way onto it.
How do they make yours?
Because they're not spaceships, buddy. They're arcs.
Only the elite are going to be able to afford that luxury. But the ones of us that are lucky enough are going to get on these submarines. We're going to go underground. So at that point, when the aliens start dropping bombs, we're all safe.
Okay, so then all the rich people and all, the select people are underground, which is crazy because the richest people in the world, they all have underground bunkers already. Like, they're already building them, which is crazy.
Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg is building a wall, reportedly being built as a sound barrier for his 700-acre beachfront Kauai property.
And the question is, what do they know that we don't know, right? How many have seen The Last of Us in a zombie apocalypse?
Okay, so then the people that are left, not underground, what happens?
Well, obviously we know that there's not aliens that are blowing up the planet, so my theory is that all the nuclear bombs that are all over the globe are going to basically go off, and those that are underground are going to hear it, and they're going to feel it, they're going to say, oh, I hear it, it's happening, when in reality it's just them setting these bombs off. And the people that are on the surface, who cares because they're about to be dead, they ain't going to tell a story of what really happened, right? They're just going to be decimated.
Okay.
I mean, why do we have nuclear bombs in the first place? If one of them goes off, we're all dead.
How many nukes are there around the world? Who has them?
There are about 14,000 nuclear weapons in the world.
So it can't be a weapon of war because you'll kill everybody.
What exactly happens when these bombs go off?
And people expect that about 90% of the global population will die from starvation.
And they've been trying to disarm these bombs for decades and decades, but it's never happened. Why? Because they need them.
You are entering one of the most secret places on Earth. It's a bunker built into a hollowed-out mountain in Colorado. It's just one of the top secret shelters where 7,000 Americans will go to in the event of nuclear annihilation.
They need this in order to accomplish the last step of Project Bluebeam.
The government built more than 100 of these bunkers and relocation facilities around the country.
They know something we don't. They're preparing. Yeah, I mean, you think about the richest people on the planet, what are they trying to do right now?
When you're a billionaire, you either go up to space, you go find somewhere else to live, or you go down.
They're trying to get off the planet, or they're trying to build.
Vai, ninguém dará.